Hello and welcome to the next video in our series. Push notifications are a crucial feature for keeping your real estate business updated and engaging users. In this video, we will walk you through enabling push notifications in the Houzi app using OneSignal. Please ensure that you are using Houzez version 3.1.0 or later on your WordPress backend, as this version introduces the ability to send push notification for important actions. To enable push notification, we will be configuring OneSignal on both your WordPress backend and your Houzi app. You will need two things from OneSignal: OneSignal app ID, OneSignal API key token. Now let's start by setting up OneSignal account. From the OneSignal website, click on Login. Use social login or sign up with an email and password on OneSignal. Let's try Google login. Choose free plan for now. Fill in About You section. Select Drive Visits to Website app. Select Push Notification for the channels and continue. Here you can provide details about your organization. Continue. Enter the name of your app that you are working on and create. You can complete these later. The first step is to set up push notification for Android on Firebase. On the Firebase console, go to Project Settings, Cloud Messaging, and make sure your Firebase Cloud Messaging API version 1 is enabled. If it is not enabled, click on this three dots menu and you can manage API in Google Cloud Console. It will take you to the relevant Google Cloud project where you can enable the Firebase Cloud Messaging API. The next step is to create a private key in the Service Account tab. In the Firebase Admin SDK, scroll down and generate new private key here. Generate, and it has downloaded the newly generated key to your download folder. We will use this key in OneSignal setup. Now let's prepare APNs on Apple Developer account for OneSignal. This step requires paid membership on Apple Developer portal. Log in into your account and from here go to Keys section. Click on Create New Key. Provide a name here. Enable the Apple Push Notification Service or APNs and then click on Continue on the right. Click on Register. This step is really important. Download your key and save it securely, as you won't be able to download this key again. Download, and we will use this key in OneSignal setup. We will need this key ID in OneSignal setup. So let's copy it right now and save it somewhere. We will also need to copy the team ID associated with Apple developer account. Let's copy the team ID as well. Now let's continue our OneSignal dashboard. In the app settings page, choose the Apple iOS platform and click on Activate. Upload the P8 key that we created on Apple Developer Portal. Select the auth key.p8 and then upload. Enter the key ID that we copied from Apple Developer Portal. Enter the team ID that we copied from Apple Developer Portal. Enter the app bundle ID that we added in Xcode project info. Save and continue. Let's select Flutter as the target SDK. Save and continue. So in the next screen, it is asking to install the SDK that we have already integrated the Houzi source code. You just need to copy the app ID and done. In the inactive platforms, choose Google Android and click on Activate. Let's upload the private key that we generated from Firebase for the admin SDK. Save and continue. Choose Flutter. It is showing the same app ID that we get in the iOS setup. We already have copied this app ID. So let's click on Done. So the next step is to get the REST API key. From the left menu, if you're not on the settings option, go to the settings option and from general area, click on keys and IDs. Scroll down and you should see the API key section here. Click on add key and name it and create and copy the API key so that we can add it to the Houzi REST API plugin and continue. So after getting the OneSignal app ID, OneSignal API key token, we are ready to configure the OneSignal on Houzi Flutter app and on Houzi REST API plugin. Let's switch to Android Studio. So for Android project, make sure you have configured two things. Expand Android directory here and then go to app source main and then open Android manifest. Make sure you have set up the correct value for your notification service extension, as the notification service extension should have the same package name that you have set up for your app. Now expand the resources folder and then expand the values and then open the string.xml and provide your OneSignal app ID here against OneSignal app underscore ID variable. The next step is to provide the app ID in Flutter project. Expand asset directory and then expand configuration and then open your configuration. Find the OneSignal app ID key and provide your ID against OneSignal app ID key. And to set up the OneSignal for iOS, open your project in Xcode. In the Xcode window, click on Runner and then click on Runner under Target here and then go into Signing and Capabilities, expand App Group. Make sure you have set up the same app group that you have in OneSignal notification extension target. We already have set up this app group when we were setting the bundle identifier in previous tutorials. Next step is to open the app delegate file. Here we have the OneSignal app ID variable. Paste your OneSignal app ID here. And that's it from the app side. Now let's configure the Houzi REST API plugin for your website. In the WordPress admin panel, open the Houzi REST API plugin options and switch to push notification tab here. Enter the OneSignal app ID here that you get from the OneSignal dashboard. You also need to enter OneSignal API key token that you get from OneSignal dashboard. After saving these keys, switch to Android Studio and launch your project on the device. After setting up OneSignal in your Houzi project and launching the app for the first time, it will ask for the notification permission. Now let's log in as admin in the app and log in. Now let's switch to the Houzi REST API plugin. In the plugin under push notification, if we have set up everything correctly and scroll down here, we have option to send push notifications to admin users who are logged in the app. You can change the push notification title and also alter the notification message and send message. Switch to the mobile app and check out the notification tray. You should see the test notification that was sent from the Houzi REST API plugin. If you have trouble receiving the notification from Houzi REST API plugin, you can view the browser console to see if there is any error. Additionally, you can switch to the OneSignal dashboard and try sending a new message as a push. Give this message a name, scroll down, and in the messages section, provide a title and also provide a message. And then review and send. And send. Switch to the Android app and notice we have received the OneSignal test message that was sent from OneSignal dashboard. If you still have trouble receiving notification from OneSignal dashboard, it is good idea to do the OneSignal configuration from scratch. And that's all about setting up the push notification for Houzi app. In this video, we started with creating a OneSignal account and then setting an app with keys from Firebase and Apple developer account. And then we provided these data like app ID and REST API key to the Houzi REST API plugin and then added the app ID to iOS, Android and Flutter app. And then we tested the push notification on Android app. And that's it from our side. See you in the next video.